Good morning, Professor. We are Team 6, and here's our narrative presentation of Nike's company. To start with, we have the agenda for this presentation. We're going to start with the step 1, is what story is the company trying to tell, and are there any challenge to that story? Then we move to the step 2, some key issues of Nike, 3 stakeholders that we identified, and the communication objective. So first, what story is the company trying to tell? The first thing that comes to one's mind when Nike is mentioned is sneakers and the famous people that are related to this brand, like Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods. Nike is working to sell athletic products by convincing consumers that they can just do it. The Nike Just Do It campaign was launched nearly 30 years ago, and it is a great example of storytelling that uses communication and content strategy. Its mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world, and its vision is to be the best national and international company standing out for good quality, service, and comfort to their customers. They want their products to be sold and used in all parts of the world.
Are there challenges to that story? Nike has a number of senior executives who spend a lot of time in the company as a corporate storytellers. They are in charge of expressing the company's heritage around the offices of Nike. This role was created in order to remind the workers about the stories that you tell about your past that shape your future. It has been nearly 50 years since Nike has been on the market. This company is considered to be a marketing-oriented company. Nike is strongly now with major competitors like Lululemon and Under Armour, and the current product they offer to the customers may be going out of style. For this reason, Nike has decided to launch the Recreation program to convert the brand's old products into new design. Thus, Nike intends to bring this new reused design closer to local athletes. At the moment, the product can only be purchased at the Nike store The Grove in Los Angeles. The first garments to market through the Recreation will be the iconic hoodies. These have been manufactured by hand using sustainable cleaning and manufacturing programs.
Now I'm going to talk about an issue that Nike had a few years ago. Nike rarely has a negative marketing or response from the customers, but in 2019 there was a controversy about a new release of the model Nike Air Force One with the US flag, designed days before the celebration of the 4th of July. The new model of sports shoes that Nike intended to sell to commemorate the independence of the United States has caused a great controversy as it shows the old flag of the 18th century with 13 stars, considered by some as a racial supremacy symbol. The multinational company Nike decided to cancel the plan to launch a new sneaker with the original version of the US flag, commonly referred as the Betsy Ross flag, after being asked by the controversial soccer player Colin Kaepernick, who spoke out against this symbol as an emblem of Black slavery in the United States. In an official statement, Nike reported that it opted not to release these controversial sneakers as it featured an old version of American flag.
There are different steps that we must follow to understand the stakeholders involved. First is the board of selection of the key stakeholders. 2 types were evaluated, those inside and outside the organization. In the internal part are the employees where the different areas work, like sales and the force, the management area, and the investors, while in the external part are the consumers, the competitors, the popular opinion networks, and the government. To understand a little bit more about each stakeholder, we have this chart that we have analyzed the critical issues for each one. The employees wants to move forward after the controversy because according to management, they have to evaluate what decisions they will make and the orders they will give with the risk of financial loss. So investors are worried because their investments are in danger. We must remember that according to economic magazines like El País, Nike had to remove from the market by the law of the state of Arizona those sneakers, having losses of 0.5% of market share. Customers do not want to support a brand that has indicators of being slavery or racism. The networks can influence our customers, affecting the brand and the image of Nike, and the government should evaluate whether Nike should be sued for racism.
In search of prioritizing our stakeholders, we have made our clients our main priority because they are the heart of our business. Secondly, we have the employees. In fact, we'll try to work directly with the marketing area, which will seek to restructure to avoid this type of accidents. Lastly, the media, because they are a definitive stakeholders and they can generate a bad image if we don't do something about it. Regarding our communication plan, we'll seek to improve our image with the customers by demonstrating that Nike is a company that supports diversity. Regarding employees, we'll unify the message between marketing and communication areas to launch more structured campaigns. And finally, we'll launch a media campaign to make it known that Nike is a company that supports diversities.
Hi, Miss. My name is Hugo Cruz Azar, and I'm going to talk about what should we do. Racism is a problem that has not disappeared, but has improved in recent time thanks to different campaigns that companies as Nike have promoted. In 2005, it was common for the fans to be more aggressive towards players because of the color of their skin or because their origin. In this way, Nike started a campaign against racism, in which brought together stars like Puyol, Thierry Henry, Adriano, and Ronaldinho, who had just been best player of the world in that year. The campaign was not only supported by soccer players, also was supported by singers and actors and other celebrities. The campaign consisted of the sale of the bracelets for €2, and in the end, the silver was donated for 2 foundations in the fight against racism. The belt it worked until 2009, in which it was made a ceremony at Old Trafford Stadium to end a successful campaign. We want to reinvent this idea with new strategies to return to promote the campaign against racism. For this, the campaign of bracelet, it proved to be a powerful idea that possibly influence people. The money raised goes to organizations and other projects of the same Nike against racism. As there are now more sport accessories, they can be used items such as hair wraps worn by tennis players or bandage on the arms as used by basketball players, in which the price is not high as a pair of sneakers. Those are items that are visible and catching for which people will want to buy it while we show the message of the fight against racism. In addition to promoting the campaign with internet advertisements, and that is all. Thank you.